Hello, I'm Ambix and this is 5 survival tips for Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, and they're 5 things you probably don't know that are quite useful for survival modes. Let's jump right into them. With tip number 1, which is you can actually get rid of an enchantment on a weapon. You have to use a somewhat of a glitch to do it, but it's still very handy. So if you get an enchantment on a weapon you don't want and you want to change it for something else, there's a little sort of like a glitch you can use, which involves putting in a furnace as either in the ingredient or the fuel, either slot works, then mining said furnace, and then you'll get the weapon back to normal with no enchantment on it. So you can then repeat it, try and get the enchantment you want, and just keep on doing that over and over again. It's really handy if you have an like abundance of XP, so you have an XP farm or something, but very little diamonds, so you want to get the most out of the diamonds you do have. So yeah, that's the reason behind that one. So tip number 2 is that buckets of milk will actually cure poison as well as rotting flesh or cave spider bites, or cave spider attacks. So let me just show you with this potion of poison. As you can see, I poisoned because I have my health bars green and I've got poison there. If you want to avoid this is especially useful for PvP or even in survival because of how annoying it is to be attacked by a cave spider and almost die. Because when you're poisoned, it will take down to half a heart, which will almost kill you almost all the time. So you definitely don't want that to happen. And drinking milk can avoid that. And if you want to restock milk, you can just go to a cow and left click it. It's quite simple. And yeah, very, very handy little tip, especially if you're using rotting meat, rotting flesh, because you have an XP farm, because a zombie XP farm, so you can then eat the rotting flesh like this, and let me just get some hunger done. So as you can see, I've got the hunger active. If you drink milk, it will go away, and it's very, very handy, and that's that. So tip number 3 is that you can basically, you can work out one of two things based on the other. You can either work out the direction you're facing using rails, or you can use the direction you're facing to work out what ways rails will go. Because most people don't understand exactly how rails pick it, because if you notice, there's 4 rails here. It should be random where it goes, but it will always go to the right there, to, just like that. I can show you a couple times if you'd like, just to prove it's not random. It will always go like this, and what you can do with this, if you don't know what direction you're facing, you'll always know that the way it's curving, the way between the 2 ways it's curving, so between that and that is southeast. So that's south and that's east, and therefore you can work out, because this is south, this is north, and you can use it sort of like a compass, because compass only points to spawn in Minecraft. So if you want to get a proper compass, this is actually the best way to do it without having to do loads of crazy stuff using a map. It's quite handy in my opinion as an alternative to the map, because railways are very abundant because of abandoned mine shafts. Very, very handy in my opinion. You can also use this to work out which way your mine shaft will go. So you know southeast is that way, and you want to work out which way it will go by default. You will know, just because that's southeast, or that's south and that's east, that it will always go to the right here. So just a handy little pro tip for you right there if you ever want to know that. So yeah. Tip number 4 is quite useful for the nether. It's sort of just easy way to save resources, because also I need to quickly kill this slime because it's in the way of me in the chest. It's just a way to save resources really, because killing blazes in the nether can be quite troublesome, because obviously stuff is it's just quite annoying to do. But if you use snowballs, which are quite easy to get, you just need to just shovel on snow blocks, you will be able to actually do damage to them, and they will die in 7 snowballs. So here's a blaze. One also actually might kill me because I'm on quite low health. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snowballs will kill a blaze. That's an easy way to avoid getting them too close to you, because at close they will always hit you, or at least almost always hit you. As using a snowball is an alternative to a bow that doesn't require using actual proper resources. Whereas if you use a bow and a snowball and anything else, it will just knock it back. So yeah, that's a handy little pro tip. Blazes will actually be affected by snowballs, unlike every other mob. So tip number 5, this one you might know, but if you don't know it, it's a very handy thing and a very fun thing to try and do in survival because of the number of things it needs. You need to get a trap going. You need quite a few things going, so it's quite handy. Also, I'm going to eat because I'm on low health and I don't want to be killed by a skeleton or just by a random slime. But basically, if you can get a skeleton to kill a creeper, there's a couple of ways to do this, but the easiest way, in my opinion, is to just get a creeper trap, such as in my creeper trap video. I'm going to run away because he's going to blow up. I'm using spawn eggs because obviously it's just showing you for the video. Then hit him 2 times with a sword. You have to be very careful about this because he's trapped in a little cage. So 1, 2, okay, he's not alive. And then get another trap for a skeleton and get it within arrow distance, or attack range, and then just simply run behind the skeleton after he's aggroed on you, and he will hit the creeper twice as long as you're within just about range. So I'm gonna have to kill all this stuff here. So hello, Mr. Skeleton. Look, I'm over here. Attack the creeper, please. You have to be really careful because of this exact stuff, but just try and hide behind the creeper, and you should be alright. Also, look at all these slimes. This is the problem with playing super flat. Like, I think that's a big problem. But yeah, let's quickly just show you him finishing off the creeper, because you have to be really careful. And just there you go. And then the creeper will usually drop a music disc. In this case, he dropped 11, the broken disc. I think it might be 13 actually. And yeah, it's a very handy little tool if you want to get all the music discs, because you can only find Cat and 13 inside chests. So that's how you get the rest. You have to do that, I think, at least 11 times, because there's quite a lot of music discs. It's a really cool little thing to do. It's a fun time to be spent, especially in survival mode. So I'd recommend you try it if you run out of things to do in survival mode. Maybe I'll do it in my Let's Play at some point. Who knows? But yeah, that's my 5 survival pro tips for you. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they'll help you out in survival, because I quite like them personally. If they did, then check out my other pro tip videos. I'll link them on screen now. Besides that, thanks for watching, and also I'll quickly just get the music just to show you it's 13, or 11, sorry, and goodbye.